Okay, we're going to learn the notes this time and maybe a little bit of technique for the humming chorus. Okay, I'm just going to give you a little bit of accompaniment to keep you in the right place because the line doesn't move that much. Okay, so 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And hold it as long as you can. I don't know if I can speak after that, but I could sing that all day long. It's so beautiful. And this technique that I use really helps me a lot. Now, I do open my mouth a little bit on the inside whenever I need to, whenever I feel like I can. But to start out with my teeth closed together really helps a lot, especially with a high note. Versus that one's really hard to sing accurately and smoothly. And so when I finally find it, I can try opening it up to make it warmer and more beautiful. But at the very beginning, it's just like such a miracle that you can sing a high B flat out of nowhere with your mouth closed. This video is also for the Highland Middle School in Spokane, Washington. Hi, Highland Middle School. And I hope you really love this pretty little song that you can sing in choir right now. You're keeping your mouths closed and you're staying safe. I'm so proud of you. But I hope you can sing this in choir together. And one thing I have to say is that I do find that younger voices can hum so much easier. And so you may not have any trouble at all opening your mouth and singing like that. Just give it a try. Try different things. Don't be afraid to close your teeth together and see what you can find. And then, of course, open it up too and see if it works with more like an ah vowel on the inside. So younger people are better at that than older women, such as myself. Okay, so the only technique I'm going to talk about is really that closed teeth together, and my tongue sometimes goes to the roof of my mouth because it makes me feel like I can maybe release my jaw a bit with a little bit of that the tongue's kind of controlling things. I don't know if that's actually what it's doing, but you have to kind of mind over matter it a little bit with humming because it can feel like, oh, there's no way that note's going to come out. And also I'm using my support all the time. You really letting go of much air, so you have more breath support. You can make it through longer lines. That's why I'm not breathing in every single place where it says to breathe. I think those breaths are in there for chorus is to know exactly where to breathe. So, go for it, whatever works for you. And then at the very end, when you have to sing that really high note, I like to breathe before the note before it. I don't know if everyone is going to be allowed to do that. You could stagger breathe and breathe like maybe in the middle of the G. But when you're headed up, I feel a little tension right there for sure. So for me to take a breath, and I could take it even before that F is done, I could go. So I breathed a little stagger breath where I hope my neighbor wouldn't also breathe right in the middle, or it was actually the very beginning of that F. So that's a way you can do it as well. And you can also breathe after you've sung the G. That's actually my favorite one. So making it all the way up to the G and then taking a nice deep breath so that I'm ready to go for that B flat. And if you're singing an octave lower, you're probably having all the same feelings. You're just in a different register. So you can apply that to all of it. You would think making more space in your mouth makes the high notes easier. That's not always the case. Sometimes using that forward resonance can really make a big difference. So give it a try. If you sound or feel super buzzy when you're doing it, like your voice is sounding like a bee, there are ways around that as well. You can put more backspace into it, not as much screaming with your mouth closed. You can sort of like back off on the sound a little bit, and then also just don't worry, because sometimes it has to do with sinuses and mucus, and is your nose stuffed up, and sometimes you just can't help it, so you have to kind of control it however you can. Sometimes there's vibrato for my rendition of this. Sometimes there isn't. It's whatever your teacher wants you to do, whatever your choir director wants you to do, and whatever feels good to you. This is an opera chorus, so it could be full bel canto style vibrato. Great, do it. It's not easy for me to do that. I don't necessarily, when I'm holding a note for a long time, I don't, especially humming, I don't feel like I can just, I get sort of in my own way. So it's whatever feels good to you. But I hope you enjoy this song. I think it's really fun. So I'm going to do the accompaniment only now.